James, you're the wide receiver on deck. I know you got a couple good stories about this, as do I. Played with a couple teammates who requested trades and who wanted more money. Yeah. You think Aiyuk's drama will be a distraction?
Yeah. Hold on real quick. I want to, no. I got nervous. I was like, oh, my God. Let me figure this Nick Sirianni stuff out. Yes, I do think it'll be a big distraction if he does not have the money. If Brandon Aiyuk reports when he has to report with no contract, who knows when that may be. I don't know when they got to come in the building. What, can't miss three games? Yeah. No, but I'm saying like he can't miss 3 games or something for a credited season. I don't know the details on that. But if he reports to that building with no deal, I think it's going to be a big distraction, because at the end of the day, Brandon Aiyuk is not going to be himself. Yep. Because I'm in this building and I'm not happy. I remember when I was coming up for contract my first year, and I felt like they was playing me. You know what I mean? Like, man, why ain't in the rotation here? Oh, they trying to play. They don't want to pay me no money. They don't want to see me ball. And I wasn't JJ. I ain't cracking no jokes. I ain't talking to Jordy. I ain't talking to Greg. I'm mad. I ain't want to wake up, go to work. And I kind of was like a little cancer in the locker room. And Greg would always come, man, come on, bro. Like, we need you, man. We need your personality. Like, it's just dead around here without you like that. And I'm like, hell with everything you talking about, Greg. I don't care about nobody in here. I'm trying to get a payday, and I feel like they messing with that. The next year, Greg Jennings is up for payday. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off of injury. Me and Jordy are balling. Greg comes back. They say, hey, man, you ain't going to start. We're going to start JJ and Jordy. And I said, bro, I don't agree with it, but I ain't saying nothing. Greg's attitude changed. Didn't say nothing to coaches, nothing to ask no question, none of that. He just, I'm like, come on, bro. We need you around here. And he looking at me like, bro, shut up, get out of my face while we be in here fighting. So all I'm saying is if the money is not behind it, there's no way that Brandon Aiyuk is going to be happy. I don't care if Debo's there, Kittle's there. There's no way. And people are going to feel that he don't want to be around there. And that is how you're going to have a bad locker room. You have bad locker room, you ain't going to win no games.
I can't wait for my story because it gets good. But, Joy, will Aiyuk's drama be a distraction this season?
I mean, it's tough to go up against that story with this opinion, but I don't really think so. I mean, the quarterback is in camp and healthy. Every team goes through this. This is a veteran team with a lot of big personalities, a lot of leaders, a lot of stability. They have a lot of people returning. And every team goes through this. Every team has a star that wants to get paid. It's luckily not the quarterback, so you don't have the main person doing that. I mean, think about last year. They had the Bosa contract, Brock's arm recovery. They were able to work through all of that. And if they do end up getting a deal done, then all will be forgotten. So it might be a little rocky for a little while, and there might be some attitudes and energies. But as far as a distraction, like, to me, a distraction is something that every single player on the entire roster is being asked about. There's a super famous backup quarterback in camp. Are you having a quarterback battle? Is there some sort of off the field issue that's affecting everybody? This is something that every single team deals with. This is not super unique. It will either get done or it won't. But I don't think that this is something that will be necessarily a distraction. It's something. It's obviously something. You prefer that this was not the situation. But I don't know if I can go as far as distraction.
When you couch the definition of distraction like that, I agree with you, right? I don't think everybody in the locker room is going to be asked about it. I think everybody on the offense is going to be asked about it. Jawan Jennings has already been asked. He posted an Instagram story. He always be posting, like, these motivational stories. And somebody's like, yo, is that about Aiyuk? And he's like, no, like, I just post motivational stories. Leave me alone. like little stuff like that. But in my opinion, it will be a distraction because it has to be a distraction. Because if you're Aiyuk, your intention is to be distracting. Your only objective while being at practice is to not get fined and be distracting. That's why he posted on his Instagram story the video of him watching the Washington Commanders plays. With my own story, Michael Kendricks was up for a contract. He wanted to be like a top 5 highest paid linebacker in football. We're in training camp. It's 2015. Kendricks is a starter. I know I'm a backup. Yeah. But when the starter isn't under contract, he's holding in, not holding out. Joy, he wasn't taking no reps. You know what that means?
All the reps is yours.
All of them.
Big opportunity.
No, not a big opportunity, because you know he's going to get paid eventually, which is why it was a distraction and which was why I was upset. I didn't get into no fights when I was in my tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles except for almost twice. Michael Kendricks, Fletcher Cox. Kendricks is up for a contract, so he's not doing nothing in practice. So I'm running with the ones, 4 plays. Then I'm running with the 3s. Then I'm running with the 2s. Then I'm running with the 1s. Then I'm running with the 3s. So instead of just running with the 2s, then a rest for 8 plays, 2s, rest 8 plays. Joy, now I'm going 4 plays off, 4 plays off, 4 plays off. there was one drill, Joy Taylor, where I lost my mind. Chip Kelly, the offense. I want to see everybody's face. I don't need a one shot. Take the gym.
You were a busy man.
Bro, it's terrible. Mind you, we had traded Shady for Kiko Alonso, so I know I'm not starting.
Yeah.
I know my role, but now I'm just practicing for no reason. It's a true story. Chip Kelly, during one drill, James Jones, 4 verticals every play. Because the objective was to see, can the offense run 4 verticals versus any defense? Defense changed the coverage, offense 4 verts. Because we want to practice 4 verts versus cover 1, cover 2, cover 4, cover 5, cover 6. Everything 4 verts. Wide receivers, y'all rotate every play. Defense, you stay out there. So Kendricks is gone, and I had to cover a seam 4 consecutive times.
You got your steps.
Then I rest for 4 plays, and then I try to cover a seam 4 consecutive times. Cover 1, 4 verticals, you got the tight end man-to-man. Cover 2, 4 verticals, you got the middle runner man-to-man. Cover 4 verticals, you got number 3 man-to-man. So I had to sprint 40 yards every play for 4 plays, get 4 plays off, but by the time you get to the sideline, they've already run 2 4 verts. So you got 2 Gatorade chews, and you back out at the end of practice. I said, Kendricks! Mike! Yeah. If you don't get this deal done, and he was just looking at me with a hat on, I got a helmet. With a jersey on, I got pads. With slides on, I got cleats.
Legs, young fella.
Bruh, no, we the same draft class.
Oh, so
the amount of anger and distraction that was within that linebacker room was unprecedented. And the deal got done, thankfully, 7 days later.
I just love coming from the reporter angle of this, where you were on that field with the Philly version of me, like, we're all just trying to get better. We're going to make the most of this opportunity. Then you go inside and you're like, I'm done with this. I'm not trying to practice this much.
Bro.
But that is a really good story, though, because they are going to be, if he don't got no money, they are going to be coming back from practice, right? Debo ain't made it through a season in 4 years. The young fella already starting on the pup list. You know what I'm saying? Like, means more reps with certain guys for the ones and all that. You're going to come in and B
got to look at you.
And B going to be sitting there like, and he going to be like, how's practice, bro?
Oh, I'm hot thinking about it.
You understand what I'm saying?
I can't stand that.
And once one of the players says, bro, come on, man, you got to get out there. I ain't getting out there. What you talking about?
And you know who it is to me? Who it is, Dave? Is going to be, in my mind, Juwan Jennings. Because Juwan now probably going to have to take reps at the X, knowing good and well Aiyuk going to come back and he ain't going to play the X. And they're going to be like, hey, Juwan, take the first team reps with the X, take the second team reps at the Z.
I mean, there's no version where he doesn't end up with the Niners?
I think it's going to, even if he does, I think it'll take a while.
It'll take a minute.
I think this is all valuable perspective, and of course I respect and trust what y'all are saying, but it doesn't bother me. If it were any other team, or if it were a lot of teams, it would. But think about who we're talking about here. The 49ers are like Bane. Like, they were born in the drama. They were molded by the drama. Like, this is what they do. Like, I know they're a hard-hitting team. They play hard-nosed football. But the 49ers are some, like, attention-drawing divas. That's what they do. Like, think about what we've been through with the 49ers. You mentioned, Joy, the Nick Bosa hold-in. He held out or held in until the beginning of the season last year. Think about what we've been through with the quarterbacks on this team. They traded for Trey Lance. We had to do that whole song and dance. We were wondering who was going to start. Jimmy G's out. Wait, no, Jimmy, we need you. Come back. You got to play for us. Oh, we're bringing Brock Purdy into the mix? How about the fact that this is one of the most outspoken teams in the NFL? Deebo Samuel called an opposing cornerback trash last year and then stood on it. He was like, yeah, no, I'm good. George Kittle is basically a WWE personality. He wore a T-shirt that said F Dallas and was like, I would love to get fined again. This is my favorite thing. These guys are not afraid of the spotlight. They're not afraid of confrontation. They're not afraid of a little drama. And I think that, and also, by the way, they win and win and win.
That's all
I think
different.
all of that plays together.
That's all different because them boys was under contract. I think if he don't have no money, you playing with my money, and I'm walking into this building, and I don't want to be here. I don't need the coach coming up to me. Oh, bro, we gonna work it out. Good to see you. Get out of my face, man. Like, I'm in this building, and I really don't want to be here. The only reason why I'm here is because I know I don't get my credit this season. If it goes that far. If this happens before training camp, we're talking about nothing up here. My man is paid. He gonna come in there with a smile on his face. He gonna walk in there with his Louis luggage and all that. He gonna have his custom cleats. He gonna be ready to go. Brock, let's get some extra work after practice. all that good stuff. If he has no money, I'm telling you, I've seen it with multiple positions. It is a cancer in the locker room because they really don't want to be there, and they don't care about nothing else but them getting
You're just
paid.
gonna walk in and fill the room with bad energy.
Can I put y'all on the spot? And I don't know the answer to this. That's why I'm putting y'all on the spot. But is there a way that the Niners take care of Aiyuk in the sense of like, hey, the long-term deal is not coming here, but we can throw you a little more money to make this.
That's best case scenario.
You know,
That's
make
what I
this
think.
better.
Joy asked a great question of like, hey, are you sure you're going to trade him?
That's a real question.
I think best case is, hey, let's do it 1 year, 30, take care of you this year, and like, what happens, happens. What you think? What you think? What you think?
Double his salary for 1 year of work?
Hurt, bruh. I could truly get hurt. And one thing I do know about the National Football League, kind of like the Greg story I just shared. Greg was up for contract. Greg is a Pro Bowl receiver. Greg was the best receiver we had. When he came back off an injury and me and Jordy was balling, they said, Greg, you're not starting. Do you know what that will do to Brandon Aiyuk's money if that happens and they start giving Jennings more reps and getting him more involved and limit? You understand what I'm saying? Because now they're looking over him and they might be saying in their head, well, if we do this, we might be able to get him for cheap next year. All that stuff comes into play. If I don't have a long-term deal, I ain't playing, man. And I will walk in this building so I can get my credit this season, but I ain't playing. I'm not about to go out here and get hurt for y'all for $30 million when I've earned a contract. And all these other boys getting paid. We talked about the running back. You done paid him 32 times. Highest paid, highest paid, highest paid. He's been the highest paid. And you still making him the highest paid? Where's my money? And I'm not going to be happy if I walk in that
I think it was Josh Jacobs, who you know well, because obviously you cover the Raiders on weekends. Wasn't it the Raiders who gave Josh Jacobs an additional 1 year bump? I think the Giants
They did it with Saquon, too. Yeah.
Giants did it with Saquon as well.
They tagged him, though. And they tried to lowball Josh again this year.
And he was gone. But they got it done with one. Like 1 year. That's my thought process.
He's not tagged, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. They're going to have to pay him if they want the right brand.
But you know, it's interesting, that fifth-year option and that tag, they do have their cousins. They cousins.
He's on.
And you want to know what's
fifth-year option in that tag.
Really quick, you want to know what's crazy? Is I used to be driving up to the building like, I'm going to be myself today.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like, man, I ain't going to let this money.
The second you walk in
when I walk in there and I see Coach Mike or somebody, I'm like, you mother. It's just natural, though, dog. Like, y'all ain't paying me my friend. I ain't trying to be here. Listen to the gospel music and everything on the way. It's going to be a good day up out here. I'm going to be cool, my man. Right when I walk through them doors, I'm like, man.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.